Okay. Show me.
Hi there, welcome back to the DutchRC channel for another product presentation. I hope you'll be able to see what this is. It is a SJcam SJ5000X with an LCD screen. It is a 12 megapixel photo camera and a 4K video camera. And here the box says it will be water resistant up to 30 meters. It has a Wi-Fi, very nice, and it has a gyro anti-shake. Alright, okay, normally I am not that into showing you boxes and stuff, but in this case I should show you this part of the box. It has barcodes for the official website and for the iOS app, a Wi-Fi app, Android app, and there have been copies made by other plants manufacturers of the SJcams, and therefore they provide you with a serial number, probably hard to see, but you can scratch off part of the packaging over here, and then you'll see a serial number which you can check on the SJcam site to see if yours is legitimate. Okay, point of note, I am actually shooting this video, the video you are now watching, with this camera. What? Yeah, I have two of those. So if this looks crappy, you know what the score is. Okay, obviously this is an action camera, not a studio camera. So once again, if it looks crappy, yeah, might be due to it not being suited for this purpose. But at least you can have a sort of an idea of what the video quality is like. So let's get the box open. It is a reasonably nice looking box, and it just slides on open like this, and then you take the lid off and you take a piece of plastic covering off, and then you can take the camera out of its box. Now as you can see, it has it's enclosed in its waterproof enclosure. I will in this video actually test if this waterproof enclosure is waterproof. So I'll submerge it in water for 24 hours and see if any water gets into it. Once again, I'll show you that in this video. It won't be a 24-hour video, don't worry. Okay, and if you pry open this thing, you can take the camera out. There you go. The camera is available in several colors, by the way. It's in yellow, blue, red, silver, white, and black. I think that's it. Okay, do not forget to take the protective film off of the lens, of course. And the LCD screen also has a protective film. That's always the nicest part of taking something out of the box. And let's see, does the plastic enclosure also? Yeah, it also has a protective film. Chickadee, gone. Okay, and a camera like this, most of the time it comes with all kinds of accessories. Let me take those out of the box and show you those as well. Hold on. Alrighty, let's see what we have. We have a mounting bracket, and this one actually has a clip on the back, so you can clip it to your shirt or your jacket. But that clip can also be taken out like this. Cool stuff. Now this bracket, of course, you'll use if you want to have sound. If you use the waterproof enclosure, not a lot of sound will get in, of course. Okay, you got a myriad of mounting options, including tripod mounts. That is very nice. You've got these mounts over here. One is curved and one is flat. And the flat one also has a mounting point for a tripod. That's nice. Both already have double-sided adhesive on them, but you get two double-sided adhesive pads as well as spares. That is very nice. You get two straps to strap it to your head, your arm, whatever. A USB cable, a cleaning cloth, a little lens protector, and a clamp to clamp it down to, for instance, your bicycle steering wheel. I'm not sure what the word is in English, sorry. You get two SJcam stickers, yes, very nice. And you get a secondary back hatch for this waterproof enclosure. Now, you might think that it is just a spare, but it's not. It is a non-waterproof back hatch. I'm not sure why you would want to use that. This will also enable you to record sounds, your voice, for instance. But be sure to know that with this back hatch, the camera enclosure is not waterproof anymore. Okie dokie, so that is it. Now I will switch to my normal Canon camera for now, because that's easier to zoom in with, so I can show you the features of the camera itself. Hold on. Alright, let's take a closer look at the camera itself. As you can see, I now have both my cameras out here. This is the red version, duh, and the other one is a silver, and it looks, well, metallic thingy. Yes, okay, and you see another difference between these cameras. On the red one I have a lens hood, a sun glare thing hood. This is actually a 3D printed one. Doesn't come with the camera. I got this one from Bird's Eye View. I'll have a link in the description to this lens hood. As it, well, what does a lens hood do? If you are shooting in sunny conditions and you've got the sun shooting into your lens from an angle, from up top or from the side, you get less lens flares with a hood like this. Can be, if you want to call yourself J.J. Abrams, that's not something you would want, a lens hood like this. But for most other people it is beneficial. Oh, and I forgot to show you that the camera does come with a battery. A 3.7 volt lithium ion 900 milliampere battery, which slots into the bottom like this. And I must say that getting the cover off is a bit fiddly. On the other side, well, how many times a day are you going to change out your battery? It can be done. It's handy to have a little screwdriver handy to take the cover off. Okay, and well, that's for the bottom. No separate tripod mount on the camera itself. You'll need one of the accessories to have it be mountable on a tripod. On the right side of the camera you see three buttons. One to switch on and off the Wi-Fi connection, one up and one down button. Those are used in the menu. At the front you see the on-off switch, by the way. Also used in the menu, by the way, but mainly to switch it on and off. At the top you have a start, stop, record or picture taking button. It's also used in the menu. At the back you see the LCD screen. No buttons, but there are a few status lights over here. Let me show you what those do here. When you switch it on, there, blue. And probably when it's recording it will show a red LED. Let's see. Oh no, the blue LED will start blinking. Okido. Okay. And let's switch it off again. We'll take a closer look at what the screen all provides in terms of information in a minute. On the left side of the camera you see a micro HDMI connector, a USB, also micro USB, and a micro SD card holder. The camera can work with a 64 GB memory card. And let's see, you do need a very fast memory card, of course, for that. And okay, let's zoom in a little more so I can show you the menu properly. Hold on. Okay, let's try and take a closer look at the camera's functions. I've got it mounted on a little gorilla tripod over here because I was born with only 2 hands. Yeah, poor me. Okay, the little knob on the front of the camera, you hold on for that for 3 seconds and the camera switches on. And you get a live view, as you can see, a live view, yay, cool stuff. And you have a counter up on top on the left. In the middle on top of the, you see the resolution you selected. That'll be hard to see for you, but for me, watching this, I can clearly see that it's 1080p 60, 3 minutes. I'm not sure what the 3 minutes. Oh, I got it set to 3 minutes loops. Okay. The battery indicator, which is completely full at the moment. We got a date, which is not correct at the moment. A time, which is not correct. And I've got it set to 170 degrees field of view. Okay, and if I now press the button at the top over here, there, it now starts recording, and you see the counter on the top left has turned red, and it's counting. Yes, you do not see the status LEDs anymore now with the bracket around it. There is a status LED at the front, by the way. So if you are recording yourself, you can in fact see that the camera is recording. Okay, let's stop this incredibly interesting recording over here. There. And okay, with the button at the front of the camera, you can loop through the functions of the camera. I'll press that once. Now it is in photo mode. So if I now press the shutter button at the top, there, that'll take 1 photo. And if I press the button at the front again, you are greeted with the menu. Let's see. Yeah, most of the features here aren't super important. Video, photo. Yeah, you can switch between this screen and the live screen. I'll show you there. Now it's in the live screen again. And well, let's get back to the menu. And with the up and down buttons at the right of the camera, you can loop through this menu. You can set it to the TV out, so with the micro HDMI port on the left, you can then review, for instance, your videos on your TV. Video lapse, yeah, with that feature you can take time-lapse videos, photo lapse. Well, the only real difference between video lapse and photo lapse is that the camera won't stitch the individual photos together. I hope that's clear enough for you, but in the photo lapse mode you'll wind up with a lot of photos, and in the video lapse mode you'll wind up with one video with a lot of photos in it. And in the playback mode you can review on the display your photos and or videos. Now the last thing is setup, and that is a major function on this camera. There are a lot of features, and some I will explain in detail, some I won't. Resolution, yeah, if you enter that, you can of course select the video resolution from 4K 24 FPS to let's see, what is the VJ 240 FPS. That's the highest frame rate with the lowest resolution. And resolution you'll most commonly use, or at least I will, is 1080p 60 FPS. However, if you would want for some reason a 4K video, you can, or a 2K, and with the 4K only being 24 FPS, I think, even though this is a 4K camera, it can't really keep up with that bitrate, especially the electronics. The sensor is a full 4K sensor by Sony, but the rest of the electronics, the part of the camera that processes the video, can't really keep up with that data stream. So you are left with only 24 FPS in 4K mode. Once again, you can use that if you want to have really detailed videos. And oops, the screen switches off. I think I would call this really a 2K camera. That might be a bit controversial, but at least at 2K it can achieve a 30 FPS frame rate. Apart from that, most people's internet connection over the world aren't sufficient for 4K videos. And if you are watching YouTube videos on your phone or tablet, it makes no sense to watch them in 4K anyway. So I myself will mostly be shooting my videos in 1080p 60 FPS. Okay, and let's choose that. Loop recording. You can set loop intervals of the 3, 5 and 10 minutes. I will switch that off for now. The field of view, you can set it to 170, 140, 110 or 70 degrees. And basically what you are doing with that is chopping off the sides of the image. Really, there is no optical field of view. The lens doesn't change in any way. It doesn't focus differently. It will just chop off parts of your video. So yeah, I'm not sure. Depends a bit on what kind of videos you shoot, I guess. For now I will keep it at 170. I'll just try it for a while and see what I like. Wide dynamic range, it's set to off. That might be a feature that you might want to try. In most cases I don't really like the looks of wide dynamic range, and it depends on how wide that dynamic range is. Gyro sensor, yeah, that is definitely a feature that I will be trying, and especially because I have 2 of these cameras. Motion detection, I think you can set up the camera to start and stop recording once it senses motion, and that's primarily a thing you'd want to use in a dashboard cam setup.
Audio on, off. Okay, you can record without any audio. Volume. Yeah, I've noticed that the volume is a bit low that it records, so I'll set it to 8. Date stamping, that's obviously not something I would want. TV out, TV mode, I won't be using that. Try that at your own leisure. OSD mode, yeah, that's handy. So you can have to see the counters and such while shooting. That's handy. Slow movie. I'll try that. I have no idea what that will look like, but that might be interesting, especially in the lower resolutions in which it can shoot at a high FPS. That's nice. Okay, image size, yeah, that's the resolutions at which it takes photos, from 12 megapixel to let's 1.3 megapixel. Okay. Quality, yeah, I'm not sure. Its default is medium, and the start of this video you are now watching was also at a medium. I'll try it at fine. Sharpness. So far I am pleased with the sharpness, but I'll leave that as it is for now. So you can in my test videos you'll see it in normal setting. White balance, okay. Quite a few choices. Auto, daylight, cloudy and tungsten. That's nice. Color, black and white and sepia. Okay, I would never use that. If you want to see a video in black and white or sepia, I would do that in post-processing. ISO, yeah, you can set it to auto 100, 200 and 400. Different options. Oh, also to 800 and 1600. That is nice. Okay. Yeah, if you want to have your videos look a little darker or lighter, you can set that with the EV. RAW, that's set to off. I'm not sure what kind of files the camera would produce in RAW mode. Underwater mode. The camera will probably bump up the colors in underwater mode. Okay. Burst mode. Yes, if you hold on to the shutter, it'll take a series of photos. So you can then select afterwards the best one of those. Dashcam, not important to me, sorry. License, no set. Oh, you can set the license of your camera. Okay. Daytime, okay, you can set up the date and time in the camera. That's very nice. How do I get out of this? Okay. Auto power off. I'll set that to 5 minutes. Thank you. Keypad tone. Yes, I like that. I like a audio confirmation of button presses. Light set. I do not know what this does. Light set. Okay, I don't know. Screensavers. Okay, that'll dim your display, the LCD display, after 1 minute. I'll set that to 3 minutes. Thank you very much. Frequency, yeah, that's the power input frequency of your country. Language, English, French, German and Spanish and Italian, Portuguese. Well, quite a list of languages, as you can see. Actually even Dutch. Yo! Such a luxury. I'll keep it at English regardless. Okay, next two options, you can set your Wi-Fi SSD. So what the camera's name will be for your phone in the Wi-Fi connections, the Wi-Fi password. You can delete photos with this function here. You can format the card, which I will actually do for good measure right now, and there we go, it's formatted. And you can revert to default settings and you can view your camera's firmware version. Alright, that looks very nice. Okay, by now I have had my waterproof casing in my bathtub for 24 hours. And let's just have a look. I haven't had a camera in it, of course. If the casing is not waterproof, my camera would be damaged otherwise. I've had, I'll show you in a minute, I've had a few pieces of newspaper in it and a piece of lead, so it would be keep submerged. And let's have a look at the inside of our casing right now. Hold on. So here is our waterproof casing, and like I said, I've got a few pieces of newspaper in it and a piece of lead. And let's see what we can see. Okay, that actually feels completely dry, which is what I was hoping for, of course. Obviously, this being a newspaper, it would be grayish, dark gray if it had gotten wet. The lead pieces also look completely dry. Good stuff. I've seen complaints about some other smart cameras saying that the waterproof casing wasn't really waterproof, so I really wanted to test that. And that looks good. Cool. So let's see. Yeah, I will be posting up my real test videos of this camera separately, because well, the video you are now watching is rendered in 1080p, so I wouldn't be able to show you, for instance, at least the 2K footage. I'll have a link in the description of this video to my second channel. That's a channel on which I post only raw footage. So on that channel I will be posting raw, unedited sample footage of this camera. Like I said, I'll have a link to that channel in the description of this video. Obviously I'll also have a link to the camera in the description of this video. And I will have a link to this lens hood for you in the description of this video. For now, thank you very much for watching. I hope it was informational and or entertaining. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below and I'll be happy to answer them. And yeah, if you aren't subscribed yet, please do, helps me out, and hope to see you back in another video. Bye bye.